Spider-Man No Way Home is now out on the big screen for you all to go and watch. In this one, we follow Peter Parker again as his identity has been revealed from Mysterio in the previous movie. But this time, when a spell goes wrong from Doctor Strange, multiverse happens. Villains from all across the Sonyverse come in, and now Peter must send them back to their timelines in order to save the multiverse. So I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this movie. Let me know in the comments below. What did you guys think of Spider-Man No Way Home? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's just jump straight into this review of No Way Home. Okay, so Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm going to be straight and honest with you guys. This is going to be one of the hardest movies to review spoiler-free. So what I'm going to do with this video is I'm going to try my best to do a spoiler-free review for the first part, and then the second part I will let you know I'm going to talk some spoilers because there's some key things that happen in this movie that I need to talk about, just to give context for people that have seen it. And then we will do a spoiler discussion on the weekend, a live stream where we can all talk about it. So let's get into the non-spoiler part. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I love this movie a lot. This may be my favorite Spider-Man movie. It may be. It's so good. It had everything that it promised and delivered on every aspect that I was looking for. Absolutely fantastic. The score is incredible. Then you've also got the cinematography and the CGI, which I thought was incredible as well. I thought it was really good. I think it's the best looking Spider-Man movie in the MCU so far, because The Amazing Spider-Man is very good looking. Like, to watch that movie is fantastically beautiful. This is right up there as well. I really enjoyed the visuals, as you saw in the trailer when Doctor Strange and Spider-Man are fighting. Those visuals are incredible, and I really enjoyed that. I'm going to tell you guys right now, Doctor Strange is not character assassinated in this movie. Everything they did with Doctor Strange made sense, and it fit with his character, and I understood why his character did what he did. So, no, he is not assassinated at all. So, I don't believe that. If some people feel that, that's cool, that's on them. But for me, he felt very Doctor Strange. Peter goes through an incredible arc in this movie. His arc is freaking fantastic. It's what I've been waiting to see Peter go through, because Peter's Spider-Man hasn't really gone through major struggles, because the death of Tony wasn't on his conscience, wasn't like his fault or anything like that. We didn't see anything with Uncle Ben or anything like that. So there's nothing really there that has really tested Peter Spider-Man in any way, or Peter himself as a character, really. This movie tests him and puts him through the ringer. It puts him through everything. And I've been waiting to see his Spider-Man go through this. And I think a lot of people that aren't fans of Tom Holland's Spider-Man may start to come and respect his Spider-Man and Peter a lot more after this movie, because his character is developed so well and so incredible that I'm shocked at how much I really liked his arc in this movie, and how much I really like Tom Holland's Spider-Man now. I think this was necessary for his character moving forward now, and it makes a lot of sense what they did. Ned is great in this. I love Ned in this. He is fantastic. He's brilliant, funny, hilarious. Great. MJ, I've liked her in this movie a lot more than the other ones, and I think the chemistry and the relationship between Peter and her was much, much stronger in this movie than it was in the previous ones, and I kind of bought that they were actually falling in love with each other, so that was great as well. The villains, fantastic. William Dafoe, Green Goblin, steals the villain show. He is incredible as a villain, absolutely fantastic. I loved watching him. He just had that menacing prowess that you needed in a villain. Like, whenever he was on screen, I knew something was going to happen and it was going to be bad. And he had that no mercy about him, like we saw in the first Spider-Man movie. He is back to that, and I love that character. William Dafoe is fantastic. He's a grade 1 actor. World class. And he showed that. The story, I really liked the story. It made sense. I was a bit worried that it was going to be jam-packed and wasn't going to make sense and everything like that. But it does, and it fits, and it works. So I really, really enjoyed all that. So yeah, I really like this movie a lot. Now I'm going to dive into some spoilers, because there's some stuff that happens in this movie that I want to talk about and expound upon a bit more, because there are key things that happen and stuff that was really, really good. This is an emotional movie as well. Very emotional. Got me like a lot of times, and I was crying like a little baby. And we're going to talk about that stuff. So, if you guys haven't seen the movie, this is probably the spot to click off. Thank you for watching. Let me know your comments below. Are you excited? Everything like that. There's probably going to be spoilers in the comment section, so just be wary of that. But thank you. Leave a like, subscribe as well. And now, you have been warned. We are going into spoiler territory right now. In 3, 2, 1. Boom. Spoilers. You've been warned. Okay, firstly, Matt Murdock shows up in this movie. Charlie Cox is playing him, so that is confirmed. He has got a small cameo. It's not a big role, it's a small cameo, but he is in here. Whether or not it's the same Daredevil, I don't know, but he is definitely in this movie, which was great. Venom comes in at the post-credit scene. That's it. He's not in the movie whatsoever. The second post-credit scene is a trailer, a sneak preview of Doctor Strange 2. That's really what that is, and it looks good as well. But the big question, is Toby and Andrew in this movie? Did they appear in this movie? And I'm going to tell you guys right now, they're fucking in the movie! Oh, they're in it, and it's so, so good. Why I want to talk about this is because I was a bit worried that they were just going to put them in for nostalgia and for fan service. But no, they serve a very, very good purpose narratively. For Peter's arc, they are necessary. First off, the first scene I want to talk about that I thought was very, very powerful and made me tear up was when Aunt May dies. She does die in this movie, which was sad. But when Peter goes off and then obviously they come in, we'll talk about all that stuff in the spoiler discussion. But there is a scene where they're on top and they meet each other for the first time. Our Peter, the MCU Peter, Tom's Peter, meets the other two. And they're sitting there, and Andrew's trying to tell him, like, you know, convey his emotion and how sorry he is. And Tom says to him, don't act like you know what I'm going through. That got me straight away, because I'm like, bro, you have no idea what Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man has gone through. And I love Andrew in this moment, because Andrew's just there and he just stops and he goes, okay. And he just takes it on the chin. And as Peter's explaining in this, and then Toby says, I lost Uncle Ben and that was my fault. And then Andrew Garfield, I'm tearing up now because he's just so freaking good at acting. Andrew Garfield is so good. The way he performs right here, when he tells Peter that he lost Gwen and it was his fault, he couldn't save her. Man, that shit is sad, and it is so good acting. I'm trying not to cry right now because it was just so emotional and it's such good acting. It was brilliant. I could feel that pain and emotion coming from him. Andrew's so good in that moment, and you see the realization on Peter's face, like, oh shit, this guy knows what I'm going through. Fuck. Like, oh, it was so, so good. So good. The other scene I want to talk about, when they're all fighting and they're all teaming up, that is absolutely incredible. I really like that. That was freaking phenomenal. It was everything I wanted to see in a Spider-Verse movie. It was brilliant. But there is one particular moment where you see in the trailer where MJ's falling and Tom's coming down to save her. That all happens. Tom's coming down to save her. Tom then gets taken by Green Goblin as he's about to grab her. And I thought this is the perfect moment for one person to come and save her. And it was Andrew Garfield. He come in and he fucking saved her. And the acting, I'm getting emotional thinking about it right now. The acting of Andrew Garfield is just so world class in this. When he gets her and he saves her and he starts tearing up because he failed to save Gwen. And then he saved MJ. He was like, I'm not going to fail this time. And I thought that was great for his character. Like, oh god, this movie made Andrew Garfield my favourite Spider-Man by far. He is my favourite Spider-Man. Like, he's just so freaking good. And his character is so good. And I thought that was full circle for him, coming back and saving MJ because he failed to save Gwen. I love that. This movie is so emotional with the nostalgia, with the fan service, but it's with the characters that I love and the way that they interact with each other. Toby's fantastic. The moment where Peter wants to kill Green Goblin, he wants to kill Norman Osborn for killing Aunt May, but they both know that the rage is not the way to go, and they've been there and they've done that. And when Toby saves, as Tom's about to kill William Dafoe, he's about to kill him right there and there, and Toby saves him and stops it and knows, and you can see on his face the emotion, like saying to Tom, like, no, I'm not letting you go down the path that we both went down. This is not how it's going to happen. Once you go down that dark path, you never stop. And I thought that was great. Like, this movie is just, it's phenomenal. It is phenomenal. It's my favorite. I think it's my favorite Spider-Man movie. I really do. I really enjoyed this quite a lot. There's a lot there. We're going to talk about it in a spoiler discussion on the weekend, so make sure you get into that. But let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this movie? Smash that like button, click subscribe as well, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace out.